So as you can see, our house is a little bit of a mess right now. And we have boxes everywhere up to the ceiling.
Hey guys, Jessica here with Home Sweet Farmhouse. In today's video, I'm giving you an update on our move. So if you remember, we are moving from California to Texas. Now, I'm not a Californian. We've only been living here for 8 years. I'm actually originally from Virginia. So we've actually made a longer move before, but it is still a pretty long move. We moved all the way from Virginia to California. Now we're moving from California to Texas, and we're going to Central Texas, which we are super excited about. If you missed the first video or any video in this playlist, I will link it in the description below so that you can follow along. But right now, I want to update you guys because we got a closing date and then we got a revised closing date and we're pretty confident with this one. From the date of me recording this video, we have just like barely over a month to go. About, I guess it's like 5 weeks. But we also have a trip right in the middle of these 5 weeks because my sister is getting married. My house is a disaster right now, and I'll show you a little bit of that footage, but there are boxes everywhere. And I actually, while it is giving me a ton of anxiety, I'm also really grateful that my husband stepped up and just really started packing stuff up. And in this video, I want to give you a few tips of things we have already been doing and things we're going to start doing with moving. No matter how far you're moving, if you can just be moving down the street or across the town you live in, moving is never fun and never easy. So any tips that we can give are going to be great. So let's first talk about my house. So my house is a mess. There are boxes everywhere.
So as you can see, our house is a little bit of a mess right now. And we have boxes everywhere up to the ceiling. But that's just part of it, right? And we are, of course, packing all of the stuff that we're not using. Oh, there's more over here piled up. And we have our donation boxes at the door. They're getting full, so we're gonna have to take them to donate. And then we have a few more we've started piling up in the kitchen. You can see there's bubble wrap everywhere and packing paper. So I'm packing stuff up in my office. I've already got the books from my bookcases packed up. And I'm starting to get that back on, clear out this closet. That's what I'm working on right here. So yeah.
All part of it, and get comfortable with that because it's temporary, right? That's the first thing we have to remember. We have to realize that this is temporary. Once we get to the new place, it actually will probably all come out of the boxes a lot quicker than it went in the boxes. So if you did catch any of my other videos, one of the biggest tips that I have had for you so far, and we are still doing this, is to declutter. Why do you want to spend your time and energy, not to mention the cost of having all that extra stuff, and move it into your new home, wherever it is you may be moving, if it's not serving you, if you don't actually want it or use it? Declutter first. Declutter. Another thing is, and this can be difficult, I know, because in the past I've really tried to like hoard boxes ahead of time and just use like boxes that things come in that I've been ordering, and we may still use some of those boxes, but really invest in good quality boxes. You will not be disappointed. And I have to tell you, my husband and I went to U-Haul to reserve the truck.
So this is the 26-foot U-Haul truck, and I think we're actually going to go with the 22-foot. That's going to work out well for us, but I would say check U-Haul way in advance because prices are skyrocketing and trucks are going fast.
We looked at their box prices and we compared their box prices, thinking like we just knew that their box prices were going to be greater than what we could find elsewhere, right? Especially if we went straight to like Uline. No, let me tell you, U-Haul's box prices are it right now. And I don't know about where you live, but where we live, U-Haul's box prices have everyone beat, including Uline. So definitely, and they have really nice boxes and they're made in America. So check them out and invest in high quality boxes. Another thing we have done is my husband decided he wanted to pack at least 1 box a day. And if you set your bar really low, let me tell you, once you pack 1 box, you're on a roll and you're going to start packing more and more boxes. And we have gotten to the point where we are almost out of extra room right now because we have just been packing and packing and packing. And we still need to live in the house for a little while. So pack the things. This kind of leads us into the next tip, right? Make sure whatever your essentials are going to be that you need for your trip, and immediately once you get into your new home, you're not packing those right away. You like kind of set those aside, and things that you are not using right now that you know you're not going to need in the next however long you have until you get into your new home, go ahead and pack those first because you don't need them, right? Why do you need them out? Just go ahead and get what you can packed. Another thing that you can do is use different colors, whether that's tape or labels on your boxes to designate different rooms. Now, we have not been doing this, but what we are doing is clearly labeling each box, whether it is kitchen or something even more specific. I have been putting, Jessica office on things that need to go in my office. So I'm thinking ahead for where that box needs to go when it is unloaded from the truck into our new home. And that for me, that is one of the best things. If you need to add something else to that box to know exactly what is in it, then make a little note for yourself or put a special sticker on that box to look for if you know you're going to need to unpack that box first, for example. Kind of on that same topic of decluttering, there are a lot of items that we have decided we're going to get rid of, but we want to sell. So we have started doing that ahead of time as well. We're not waiting until the last minute. There are things that we know have value, but we don't necessarily want to pay to transport them across the country, right? And it's something that can easily be purchased again once we need it, when we get where we're going. And one of the things that we have been using is the Facebook Marketplace. Now, I'm telling you, if you are listing anything on the Facebook Marketplace, be super specific about everything. Have all of your measurements up front. Post in the description if it is pickup only, if you're willing to transport it, all of that information, any and everything you can think of, people are going to ask you, so save yourself the headache and put it all in the description up front. And then I gotta tell you, a lot of people don't even read the description, so for me, I'm like, I screenshot the description and that is my answer to a lot of people, because if you can't be bothered to read the description, then I'm not going to type it all out for you again. But that's me, because I get very frustrated very easily. But all of these things we have been doing, and of course, like I said, packing the things that we don't need right now, that is happening. Like everything that we can possibly put in a box, we are putting in a box. And all of those things that need extra special care and in packaging, like anything with glass, make sure you are using the appropriate materials to package it well. We have been going through a lot of bubble wrap for all of our pictures and glass decor, because look, here's the deal, especially when we have such a long move ahead of us, something is gonna break. But I wanna make sure I'm doing everything I can that as little as possible is going to break, because I don't wanna get there and have my favorite whatever be broken. And it could happen, be prepared for that, but do what you can to protect the things you love the most. And bubble wrap can help. All right guys, so that is my update. These are today's tips for moving, whether you're moving down the street or across the country like we are. If you are moving with pets, then I highly recommend you check out my other channel on YouTube. It is in my link tree, which is in the description below. You can also search YouTube for Jessica L. Fisher, the Furry Family Coach, because I am providing I have my own playlist over on that channel specifically for tips on moving with pets. So definitely check that out if you have pets and you're moving. And if you are a pet parent and you want even more content, new and exclusive content that you're not going to get anywhere else, make sure to check me out on Patreon. The link it's the first link in the description. There are 4 tiers, so I know you're going to find the one that is right for you, and I hope to see you over there as well. Thank you so much for being here with me today on Home Sweet Farmhouse. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Look down there at that subscribe button. If it's red, go ahead and click it and turn it gray. A bell will appear. Click the bell and select all notifications. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.